It's your boy Hood, and today, you know what we about to do today? We about to chill, and we about to learn how to make a game today. I know it's been one of those things that you probably been thinking about doing for a while. Like, dang, how would I get started on making my own game? I mean, especially being in our environments and things, and ain't nobody thinking about building no games on top of that, right? Well, hey, today I got something for you. I got an easy way for you to go ahead and try to get into game development for yourself and for your family. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. Because today we about to be keeping it simple. So today, what is my main goal for you? My main goal is just to give you an idea of what Unreal Engine 5 is about. I'm going to try to explain key concepts of Unreal while using an example that you can possibly visualize. Alright. Now, what is Unreal? The best game engine ever. You dig. Hey, how about you bring some friends and family to come along too as well? It's four roles that we can actually go ahead and learn about inside of this engine. It's going to be some level design, so you might have like a little level that you might want to have design worked on, basically creating the game world. And then there might be like interactables in the world, like somebody might need to open the door, turn on some lights, some little cool systems, shoot somebody, get a health, I mean not health point. And then you may have AI inside of the world. You may have like a companion pet or something like that, or the last boss of a dungeon or something like that, as well as asset creation. There is characters, animations, and stuff around the world that can be created. So hey, everybody can kind of chip in and help as well. And why not create a product that your consumers can interact with, explore, and live in? That's what we all about. We all about leveling up today. So what is Unreal? Let's go ahead and get started. What is Unreal? It's all about actors. That's it. There you go. You just figured it out. It's all about actors. That's it. Actors. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about actors. That's it. That's it. And what is an actor? An actor is an object that can be placed or spawned in the world, as it says right here. Yeah. And here are some actor examples for you right here. We got these wonderful trees that grow outside. Wonderful trees outside. You have this thing that's also called a player start. There you go. There go one little thing that you know about the game engine now. You got a player start. Basically, this is where you will choose to have your player start at. I just realized I put these next to each other. Player and the player start, right? You're going to make them spawn now, right? And then we have a door, right? A door is normally just sitting in the world. Normally, right? It's just sitting there. That's even considered an actor. Whether it opens or closes, it's still considered an actor. And so think of things like I said, that was just sitting there, just sitting there. Let's take this wonderful, wonderful, fabulous tree, for example, right here. And let's say, for example, if we wanted to do some damage to this tree, or make an apple fall. Well, at that time, we would have to take that actor and actually make what is called a blueprint. Alright. And this is what that is right over here. Let's go ahead and get into the engine. This is Unreal Engine. Ooh. Alright, we're going to right click right here. And then we're going to go up to where it says Blueprint Class. Yeah. And here is this, but I'm gonna actually go back into my presentation and show it to you in a bigger way really quick. Let me go back over here if I can find it. Alright, there we go. Alright, so making your world move with blueprints, right? Like I said once before, like I said, if there was something that you had inside of your game world, right, and it was just sitting there because it's called an actor, right? It's called an actor. But you wanted to have some kind of functionality. Functionality meaning you wanted it to take damage, you wanted to make an apple fall from it, anything like that. You would have to basically make blueprints, right? And what are blueprints? just simply think of a box. Let's just think of a box, right? Everybody done had something ordered in from over the line and just had a box get sent to your door some kind of way. So you already know what a box look right like, right? So keeping it simple, that box has a face, right? It could have a face, right? It could have a name, right? It could have health or armor, right? Like I talked about the health earlier, right, with the tree, right? It could have health. You can also give it an animation, right? So like let's say for example you wanted the tree to like shake, right, as it was getting hit, right? They do that in some games, right? Yep. And that box as well, it could be an object to win a game as well. So like if you were holding something to try to win a game as well, that as well. It could be a final boss. It could be unlimited possibilities what you can do with that box. And with the blueprint, like I said, it's blueprints, right? What are blueprints? Think of a box, right? What is blueprints? Think of a box, right? It can have a name, it can have health, it can have animations, right? Here are the different types of blueprint classes. So one that you saw earlier, here's the actor, right? Which is an object that can be placed in the world. And here's another one which is called a pawn. Now the thing about a pawn is, let's think about it like this, right? So an actor normally can't be controlled, right? Like possessed. That's the actual word. It's called possessed. So actors, like a door is something that would be more of like an actor, right? Because you're not expecting to possess it, right? Like to ever take it over. Or let's say for your players, yeah, let's go ahead and kick it like that. Yeah, for your players' experience, you know what I'm saying? You will probably make an actor. So of course, like I said, it's not going to be something that they're ever going to possess. Now, when it does come down to possessing, the first blueprint class, right, that you can make to try to possess something would be what is called a pawn, right? Pawn is an actor that can be possessed and receive input from a controller. So think about the controller that's in your hand, right? When you play a game, right? That basically is the input, right? You're moving around, you play games where you take control of things like vehicles and tanks and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Turrets, things like that. Those things are like pawns. And then you have characters, right? Which basically, as it says, a character is a type of pawn, right? I guess the reason why it's a type of pawn is because it's also something that can be possessed. So it's kind of like it's like I said, it's a type of pawn. But this one, the difference between this and this is that this actually has the ability to walk around. So anytime that you would have something that you wanted to also have the player possess, right? And also walk around, or even if it wasn't the player possessing it, if you wanted the AI to possess it, right? Because these actors, right, everything basically can be possessed by either a player or an AI controller. So, but we're gonna keep it simple. So, like I said, that's why you would choose a character, because you also want that to walk around, like actually move. And then the player controller. The player controller itself is responsible for controlling pawn used by the player. So basically just saying that this controls this and this. It has the ability to control this and this, basically. Alright. And we're going to come back to these in a little bit. So, I guess if anything, still think about blueprints, right? Think of a box. Here is some of the important blueprints, aka the actors in your movie. And I know that this says actor, and then this says pawn, and then this says character, but basically everything is an actor. So just know everything is an actor. Just everything is an actor. Actor component, right? Right. All right. So yeah, this can go on this. This can go on this, because they're all actors basically. Components are things that can be added on to something for more functionality, right? So actor components, yeah, same thing, can go on it. Now, like I said, since we're keeping it simple, we're just going to focus on two blueprint classes today. We're going to focus, like I said, on the actor, and we're going to focus on the character. And what the character is a type of pawn. All that simply means is that it can be possessed. And what that means is a controller can take it over, right? So a character is a type of pawn, meaning something that can be controlled by a controller that includes the ability to walk around, right? So, like I said right here, think of a box, right? That box can have a face, what is that character? What is that character? What does your character look like? What is your character's name, right? You may have a character that may have some health, or you may have a character that has more health, right? Has more armor. You may have certain animations for that character, right? For that character. So basically, that is what a character would be, as well as, like I said, an actor is just something that gets spawned in the world or placed in the world. But see, the thing of it is, the difference between an actor and a character is it's not something that can be possessed. So that's why, like I say, with an actor, what would be best would be like a door. If I go back up here again, that door, right? That door would be like perfect for being just a regular actor. And then the trees, trees is wonderful for all actors. Wow. So like I said, think of a box. Think of a box. When the blueprints, think of a box. Unlimited possibilities. All right. So quick overview, right? This is what I want you to take into the next video. What is blueprints, right? With blueprints, you creatively change the properties on the boxes, right? On the blueprint class, right? The character, right? Then I say the character has the ability to walk around, right? So that means that you can affect how fast that character walks around. So from the top, you creatively change the properties on boxes to create an experience for your players. The goal is to learn how to build gameplay systems to give them a unique experience. So basically, eventually, what you're just going to do is you're going to, eventually, because you're going to go up on this YouTube, right? My goal is just to give you that great kickstart, right? So you'll know what to look at, and then you just go crazy on YouTube going into everybody content. But basically, like I said, is the goal is for you to learn different systems so you can put them into your game and make that, right? So like, say for example, you may want to have it to where there's going to be a timer, right? You're going to probably need to learn how to create a timer for a game. If you're going to have a countdown system, right? You're looking to trying to figure out stuff like that. And I'll probably have that system done as well too for you later on as well. But basically, like I said, your main goal is going to be to looking into systems and learning more about, like I said, the properties that are on the boxes, right? On the blueprints, the properties that are on the blueprints. That's going to be your main goal. So in the next video, my main game example to help you understand blueprints even a little bit more, and to start getting into some gameplay, right? Meaning start creating that gameplay for your players. The next example I'm gonna have for you is called Sonic and the Corn. See you in the next video. Holla.